What's up, ladies? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the caption of the video, we are going to be doing thermal nails today, and I am so excited to be doing these nails. I have been wanting to do them for such a long time, so I'm so excited to bring you guys along with me throughout this set. Now, you guys typically, if you watch a lot of my videos, know that I do a voiceover on the tutorial from like start to finish, but since this is more so just for the specific thermal nail art part, I'm not going to be doing that. I will still chime in here and there, but a lot of the basic, like prep, application, filing, a lot of that stuff I'm not going to be going over today. If you would like to, hear about that, or if you're interested, definitely go check out all my other videos. Majority of them I go through and thoroughly explain, this is what I'm doing when it comes to prep, this is what I'm doing for application, X, Y, and Z. I definitely go into detail in a lot of those other videos, so definitely go check those out. And also, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It literally means so much. It helps me out so much, and I appreciate it more than ever. I also wanted to mention that once I reach a certain amount of subscribers, I will be doing a nail kit giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to, you know, get one that's already made, because they do have a lot of nice ones out there, or if I'm going to make my own and kind of put together a lot of my favorite products, which will probably be a better deal, honestly. But I am going to be doing that, so stay tuned. I'll make sure to announce that on my social medias, which are listed below, so make sure you go check those out to, follow and subscribe or join, whatever the case is, so you can stay updated on that. I don't know if you're upcoming nail tech or somebody that wants to try out nails, whatever the case may be. If you want a chance to win a nail kit, subscribe, like, comment. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I will be chiming in on certain parts of the video, but this video is specifically for the thermal nail art. So right now I'm just going through and filing. She is getting a long tapered square set. I actually don't know if you would call this taper squared, kind of, but I do all of my square like pretty nice and straight and tapered, so I guess you could call it that. But yeah, and this is my little sister, you guys. She has like really sensitive nail beds, so a lot of times you might see her flinch or kind of like jerk, but I'm not hurting her, I promise. She just, in her words, says that a lot of this stuff just feels weird. So yeah, if you're wondering, I promise I'm not hurting her. But as you've seen previously, I did already prep the cuticles in the natural nail. I went around the cuticles and got out all the nitty gritty, dead skin cells, all the excess that sits underneath there. And I did go over with my sanding band, got rid of the natural shine and the natural oils from the nail bed, and went ahead and applied my tips. Now I'm filing them, like I already mentioned, doing that 90-degree angle, getting that nice tapered square. And of course, after this, I'm going to go through and blend the tips with my sanding band, and then put on my Mia Secret dehydrator, my Mia Secret, oh, I'm sorry, not Mia Secret, yeah, my Mia Secret dehydrator, my Young Nails protein bond or primer, whichever one you want to call it, and then we will be good for the application. So I will check back in with you later on. Until then, you guys, I'm just going to let you, kind of watch the video on your own, because like I mentioned, this is kind of more so just for the thermal nail art part, which I'm going to explain, full on in detail. But if you do want to, again, see or hear explanation on everything that you're seeing up until that point, or that you will see up until that point, as far as prep, application, filing, whatever the case may be, definitely go check out my other videos, ladies. They're definitely going to be helpful, but I did just want to really focus on the nail art part of this video because it was longer than what I expected. So yep. So I did want to chime in here because I know there's a lot of nail techs when it comes to application that all have their own, recommendations or way of doing things. I know some people do like a 1 bead, 2 bead, 3 bead method, whatever the case may be. And I just wanted to say that I kind of have like my own little groove for each set, but it really just depends on like the shape and the length. Typically for sets this length, I just work my way up. So it might be, 3 beads, it might be four. Normally it's about four, one at the base, one in the middle, and then two near the cuticle. And then I always say, look at the nails from different angles. And if you need to add more in certain places, feel free to, because it's better to have too much than not enough. You can always, although it might be a little extra work, you can always file it off at the end rather than have to go back and add a whole bunch of acrylic. So but I say this to say that although I most of the time use that method that I just talked about, there will be a point in this video, I believe it's either with the middle finger or the pointer finger, where I do use a different method that I have been kind of trying out. I haven't been speaking too much about it on my videos just because I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but it's more so, honestly, I think it would be better to explain it while you guys are actually looking at it. So I'm going to pick back up when it gets to that point. That way I can better explain it to you in hopes that you will grasp what I'm trying to say better. Okay, so here we go. So on this finger, the new method that I had kind of been wanting to try was starting by placing a bead where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and then doing one more near the base of the nail, and then one or two up by the cuticle. And I just did this because I felt like it kind of helped like build my nail up better. I didn't see too much of a difference, which is, of course, like why I said I don't know. I didn't really mention nothing about this method because I didn't know if I was going to be using this more often than not. So it was, it was cool. It was nice. It did build up my nail perfectly. Like I did have the perfect apex, the perfect free edge. Like everything about the nail was perfect. So if you do, think this way is easier than building, working your way up from the free edge all the way up to the cuticle, then feel free to definitely use this method. I like it. I think honestly I'm just going to switch back and forth between the two, but of course, I always explain my tutorials for the most part, and if I don't, well, actually, this is the very first video that I've never, or that I haven't sat through the whole video and explained each step, but normally I do, and of course, whatever method I use when it comes to applying the acrylic, I would definitely go through and explain. So So again, like I mentioned, this video was just more so going to be for the thermal nail art part, but I did just want to chime in here and show you the beautiful application. And as you guys see, this is a side view. A tip that I can give, once you've matured as a nail tech, you know that you do not need a very thick apex for lasting good nails. What I just showed you was pretty perfect, and this is just application. I mean, it's fire. It's definitely giving. Look at the thumb. Like, I just love my application so much, you guys, especially with this nude acrylic. Like, it's just beautiful. I love it so much. So yeah, this is what the nails look like before any filing. So now I'm just about to go in and file, and then I'm going to use my e-file and smooth out all of the nails. and then I'm going to buff and get ready for the nail art. But I do want to mention, of course, the same steps that I always tell you. File the sides at a 90-degree angle when you're doing square. File straight down 90-degree angle on the free edge, and then always try to get underneath the sides of the nails. That way you can get a nice straight clean shape. And as far as the e-file, I always say seal the cuticles, go over the nail left to right, top to bottom, smooth it out, make sure everything's nice and even, and then of course you buff it at the end with your buffer to get rid of any blemishes or scratches, indentations from the, anything of that nature. That way when you go to do your nail art or your top coat, whatever you're doing after the application part, I should say, will be nice and flawless. So I'm going to pick back up when I get done doing my buffing before we start the nail art, so I can thoroughly explain everything to you. So yeah. All right, so this is the finished result. I just have to, dust them off, and I do always like to go over my nails with acetone before. That's like my very last step before doing any nail art, just to clean them off and get a nice, clean base to work on. So here I'm just going in with this blue. I actually got this off of Amazon in like a pack of blues. I don't even know the name, but if you guys want me to figure that out, I can. Just comment down below and I'll reply back to your comment with the information or the link. But anyways, yeah, I'm just going on with this polish, and then of course at the end I'm going to go in and clean up the cuticles with my cleanup brush, and then I'm going to let it cure for 60 seconds. Now we only did one coat of this blue because we were going back in with a whole bunch of other colors for like the thermal design part of it, and I didn't really feel like it was necessary to put an extra layer of blue on because it was pigmented enough, you know, like it gave what it was supposed to give with just one coat. um, so yeah, that's pretty much it with this step. I always start by pressing, like applying pressure on the brush to let it spread out. And then I just kind of curve it around the sides and drag it down. And I always get the tip because, believe it or not, leaving that tip plain does definitely make a difference, you know, from actually painting it. So I do always recommend that. So yeah, I'm just dipping my brush in acetone and cleaning up the cuticles. And then I'm gonna go back through and like wipe my nails on the, not necessarily on the sides of the nails, but kind of like more so underneath the sides of the nails. For as you can see, my fingers are like underneath. But yeah, this just helps get like any excess gel off. Some, you know, some gels are thicker than others. Some gels are more runny, whatever the case may be. So I like to clean that up. So again, I did let that cure for 60 seconds. Sometimes I do 90 just to be safe, but 60 seconds is usually enough unless you're doing white or black. Then I recommend 90 seconds. But I let this cure for 60 seconds, and I'm just going in with my dotting tool and some white gel polish. And these do not have to be perfect, you guys. I'm literally just, it's kind of hard to see because my big old hands in the way. I'm sorry. But I'm just literally dragging it around and making like little uneven blobs. These do not have to be perfect. Literally, that's what make thermal nails so nice because it's just your own little design. Like, there's no perfect way to do thermal. Of course, I'm doing this tutorial to show you, you know, how I did it myself, but when it comes to this part that I'm doing here, it's literally just freehand and, you know, freehanding where you want your, you know, thermal to be, I guess. So there's no method to this. I'm literally just, like I said, use my dotting tool, dip it in the white, and I'm just making little blobs, I guess, all over her nail. And then I'm going to let this go back in and cure for 60 seconds. And then we will get on to the next part. But like I said, you guys, do not stress this part. Yes, this is like the beginning of the design, but it does not have to be perfect. I just say do it how you want, honestly. I did, you know, just make a lot of random different size blobs because I feel like it really brought the thermal together. And you can always pull a picture up for reference, you know, to kind of see how someone else did it. But I just, you know, was doing my little thing, doing my own thing, and went where my hand took me. And another thing, the white is not really going to be seen at all, like in the end result of the set. This is more so just to build up a base, to help give the, like once we add the rest of the polishes, it will give it kind of like a 3D like resin looks, and it also helps like the colors kind of be more vibrant. So yeah, don't worry if you get to the end and you're like, I did the white for nothing, because it definitely was not for nothing. So now I'm just going back in with my green, and I'm just going back over the white. Literally, it's okay if it spills over. Like, it does not have to be only on the white part. Like, you'll see in some of the video that like the green was kind of like on the blue, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you guys have ever seen a picture of like thermal, it's not perfect. It's just all over the place. So that's another thing. And then also, you don't have to use the colors that I use. That's just the vibe I get from like typical thermal. But I see a lot of people use like black as their base. I see people use, you know, just red and yellow. I see people use green, blue, just all types of stuff, you guys. So, you know, if you want to use different colors, that's definitely okay. But this is just the colors that we chose to go with. Um, I'm trying to think. I off the top of my head, I cannot remember the color, like the name of the colors, but I just know that we did end up, like for the actual thermal part, we did use this lime green, and then we are going to go back in with the orange and then like a darker red over top. So yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys finish watching this part. There's not much to it. Honestly, this design was way easier than what I thought it would be. I cannot believe it was this easy. So yeah, just going back over that white with the green, and then I'm gonna let it cure for 60 seconds, and then we will add the next layer. All right, so now we're going back in with that orange. And so one thing I do want to say about the orange is you do not want to cover up the whole entire green. So it still doesn't need to be perfect, no. But how we went through and literally covered the whole white with all the green, we don't have to do that with the orange. Just add a little layer, but still leave enough of the green out for you to see it. And that's pretty much it. You do want to make it like the orange blob, I guess you can call it, big enough to where when you add the red in, it will cover the whole orange design, the whole orange, streak or blob, whatever you want to call that part. But you do want to do an like little enough, I guess, to leave some green out. But as you can see on each nail, like I am still going back through tracing the green. I'm just not using as much polish on my dotting tool. That way it does not completely cover that. And in the end, you will see like why it gives it that like risen layered effect. It's because we're just going back over each color with another color. So yeah, you guys, it's really really simple. It's one of the cutest designs I've ever done, and one of the easiest by far. Like literally my little brother could do this design. He's never touched nails obviously a day in his life. So you guys, don't panic. It's fine. Just watch this video. And I'm telling you, you'll probably only have to watch this one time for you to figure out how to do it. It's so easy. It's so simple. And it's so fun, honestly. I think I'm going to do this set again, but with different colors. I'll probably do it once or twice more with different colors, to be honest. But I think this is one of the best sets I recommend doing because it's so cute and it's so versatile. It's so different. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's one of those sets. It's kind of like cheetah print or like zebra print. Like it doesn't have to be. There's no perfect. As long as you do, you know, as long as you get the vibes. Like as you can see, I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just going over color, and yeah, came out a masterpiece. So now I'm just going back in with the red. This is what it looks like after doing that orange and letting it cure for 60 seconds. But yeah, now I'm going in with the red, and as you can see, I'm just doing like a small little trace of the rest of the colors with my red. And this part is really up to your discretion. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but you know, like if you feel like your line of red is too thin, definitely add some more. Like, don't be afraid to do it your own little way. Again, there is no perfect way to do this. Um, and I'm just here to give you guys like my way of doing it. So feel free to take it and, you know, add your own twist or, you know, do it the same. That's still fine too. But just going back over with the red, and then I'm gonna put the clear coat on, which I did not film, but this came out so cute, you guys. I just am so excited to see other people try it. It was so fun to do, and it was so easy. And I did end up letting this cure for 2 rounds of 60 seconds before putting on the clear coat. But this is the finished result. I love them so much. I wish I could have these nails on my own. I might do them on myself one day. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow my Instagram at _monocured_ and follow my TikTok at monocured with 2 underscores. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if there's anything you want to see me do, of course, you know, I always say comment. But until next time, thanks for watching.